Hello everybody and welcome back for episode 16 of the Doll Symposium. As always, I am your host, Shizusan, and my beautiful assistants today, yes, I do have two of them today, is the very lovely Chitose and the cute as anything Haruna. So without further ado, why don't we just start today's episode. Alrighty everybody, so this is the last episode of the Doll Symposium for at least the year 2019. We will be starting up again with the Doll Symposium after New Year's, so gonna take a little break for the holiday season. And as you can tell, I'm a little bit holidayed out. Like, I don't really have Christmas holiday type attire, so this is the only thing red I really had to wear. Plus my hair is atrocious right now. I haven't been able to get a haircut, so I'm covering it with my hat today. So I do apologize for that for those of you that are like, why is he wearing a hat? That's the reason why, really. Not such a big deal, it's just my hair's a mess. So let's get into the news for this week. So as always, let's start with some Dolphy Dream news. So for the month of December, okay, there's a lot of things that happened. Most of them has passed already, so I do want to cover some things that have already passed. So quick announcement that Volks USA had their holiday D-chord lottery. Now, for those of you that don't know, D-chord is a special line of Dolphy Dream dolls that are only sold in the stores in Japan. So you can only get them from Doll Point Akihabara and Doll Point Osaka and Doll Point in Sapporo. I believe those are the only ones that they're available in, but they're basically limited edition dolls that are specially curated for the stores and only bought in the stores. You can't get them any other way than buying them in the stores. So they also do have limited edition heads that are particularly only for D-chord. If I'm not mistaken, it should be the DDH11 head, the DDH15 head, and the DDH18 head. So those you can only get from the D-chord lottery. So this lottery happened from, I believe, December 1st to December 10th. Congratulations to all of you that have entered the lottery and won. I personally have entered in as well. I lost. I didn't win this time around. Oh well, but for those of you that did enter in, congratulations on your new D-chord dolls. Hopefully they'll do another D-chord lottery, probably next year for the holiday event, because it seems like they're doing it once a year for online or international buyers that don't live in Japan. But for those of you that are interested in getting D-chord yourselves, there are proxy services available that will do the shopping for you and purchase the girls from the stores. If you're interested in something like that, I will always sponsor for Japan Doll Direct, as they have helped me many times in doing so. So if you're interested in getting a D-chord doll from the store, you can use their services. Go to Japan Doll Direct on Facebook. But let's move on. So another thing that happened was Volks International, or just Volks in general, had their Doll Point 44 event that happened this past December 20th. Now, the reason why that's important is because they released two new dolls that we've been talking about in past episodes, which was the Dolphy Dream sister, Lena Inverse, and the Dolphy Dream for, I keep messing up her name, Uzuki Shimamura from Idolmaster Cinderella Girls. So both of those girls are brand new dolls that were released for the Dolpa 44. For those of you that have won them at the event, congratulations to you. And for those of you that still want those dolls, they're still going to be available, but for the after event. Hold on, I'm sorry. My camera went out of focus. Okay, so I fixed it there. So there's going to be two different after events. There's going to be the Volks International website store and the Volks USA website store are going to have after events for Dolpa 44. Now they're going to take place at different times. Now according to the Volks International website, they're going to have their after event on January 23rd. Now what is going to be in the after event aside from the dolls and maybe clothing, I don't know, because the special site for Dolpa 44 after event is still under construction. So we have no idea exactly what's going to be available. Usually it's everything that was available during the event. But we're just going to have to wait and see till they open that up. But surprisingly enough, usually Volks USA is a little behind, but this time Volks USA is having their Dolpa 44 after event before the international website. So that's right. So Volks USA is going to have their after event from January 1st through January 10th. Now, this after event for Dolpa 44 on Volks USA is only for dolls. So if you want Uzuki, or if you want Lena Inverse, they're going to be available for this as a lottery. So make sure you put your lottery bids in from January 1st through 10th if you want Lena Inverse or Uzuki. Now, if you are a winner, the winners will be announced later on January 22nd and then shipped out subsequently afterwards. So just make sure if you want either of those girls and you didn't get them from a proxy that went to the event, you have 2 chances. From Volks USA, January 1st through 10th, and Volks International over on January 23rd. Now, given I don't know what January 23rd for Volks International, what theirs is going to be like. I don't know if it's going to be a pre-order or a click war. Most of the time, the international website stuff is click war-y, so we'll just have to wait and see, but I'm pretty sure that's what's going to happen with theirs. But let's move on. So the Volks International website has announced that they are re-releasing the Dolphy Dream Snow Miku. Now, we talked about this in previous episodes, but a couple more information has come about. So before, we only knew that you could buy her at the Volks Sapporo event that was being held, I think it was like earlier on in December, but now we actually have an online event. So the Volks International website is going to have a sale. At least I know them. I'm not sure about Volks USA, but Volks International will have them for a limited order time period, which is going to be February 6th through March 7th. So anytime. So if you want this Dolphy Dream Snow Miku, if you just put in your bid for the pre-order between February 6th to March 7th, you are guaranteed to get her, okay? So it's not like a regular lottery. This is like a miniature pre-order project, yeah. So if you put in your bid for Dolphy Dream Snow Miku during that time frame, you are guaranteed to get her. However, just like all pre-order projects, you won't be able to get her until a little bit later. So her shipping date is going to be fall of 2021, which is shorter. Usually it's like a whole year that you have to wait. This time around, it's more like 8 months really that you're waiting. So make sure if you want a Dolphy Dream Snow Miku to put it in on Volks International website from February 6th through March 7th. Now, an additional thing that I want to let you guys know is not only is this pre-order project for her, but they will be releasing a brand new, what they're calling, what's it called again? The Glowing Snow Set. This is a special outfit for this year for Dolphy Dream Snow Miku. This is a picture of it here. This is also going to be on pre-order. Now, I'm assuming, like always, the doll and the secondary outfit for the Glowing Snow Set is separate pre-orders. But as long as you pre-order it within the pre-order time frame, you're guaranteed to get both. I don't believe the outfit's going to come with the doll. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a separate thing, but I could be wrong. We'll just have to wait and see until more details come about, but I'm pretty sure they're 2 separate items. Now, another thing from Volks that's really exciting is the better word, is that not only do they have a whole list of Vocaloids already, from Snow Miku to Sakura Miku to regular Miku, but then you have Megurine Luca and Ren and Len. Now we have a new Vocaloid coming. So Volks International has announced here that Vocaloid Mako is in the works, and she will be released sometime in 2021. I'm assuming a little bit later off into the year, probably around the Vocaloid Festival or the Hatsune Miku Festival, which I think takes place around August or September, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong on that, but I'm assuming she will be released sometime during the later half of 2021. Now, we don't really have any other information whatsoever other than the fact that she is going to be made and released in 2021. I'm sure there's going to be a special website sometime coming up in the future, but we don't know if, or at least right now, we don't know if it's going to be a lottery or a pre-order project or a click war or whatever it will be. We don't even know what event it will be released in. It's most likely going to be at a hometown double event of some sort maybe. But we'll have to wait and see for more information on Mako. But for those of you that are Mako fans, she's coming this year, so save up your money. Now, just lastly, I just want to talk about that Volks USA is going to be closed for this holiday season. So as of you guys watching this video, you can't make any orders for December 24th, Christmas Eve, or December 25th, Christmas Day. But they should resume afterwards on December 26th or 27th, depending on how they want to do it. But for those particular days, they will be closed. So you could still make orders online, but nothing's going to be happening until after that time frame. Let me see here. But that's pretty much it. Because this video is airing on Christmas Eve, It's a pseudo holiday episode. But yeah, Volks USA closed 24th and 25th. Now let's move on to Smart Doll news, everybody. So, going on with the whole holiday closing vibe, Smart Doll is also closing down shipments for December 25th to January 6th. So if you want to order anything, the time is pretty much right now for December 24th. But as the airing of this video, it might be a little late for you guys to order anything because it's American Eastern time and 24th is already ended probably by the time you see this for Japan. But if you want to make any orders, you can still make orders on the Smart Doll website. It's just nothing will be processed or shipped out until after January 6th. So just keep a note of that. Like if you order anything during this holiday season, you're just going to have to wait a while until January 6th for them to start processing things and shipping out again. So just do know that. Now let's talk about a couple things that's been happening in the Smart Doll land that's already been released. First up is Smart Doll Athena is back on sale on the Smart Doll website, but she has a new option. So you can get her in her traditional short wavy blonde wig, or you can order Athena with the long lavender wig, same one as Chitose Multiverse was released with, which is by far one of the best wigs they've ever made. Personally, I think it's a really, really cool wig. I really enjoy it. So if you do want Athena, she does come with that choice option. Now also, Smart Doll Justice is back on sale with a new look. She is sporting the Sunset Orange Wave wig. So if you weren't a fan of the short hair, or if you were a fan of the short hair, it is no longer available. It's now the Sunset Orange Wave wig for Justice that's on sale. Now, some up-and-coming stuff coming from Smart Doll. Danny Chu has posted in this picture here that we do have Smart Doll Beyond. To be determined when the release date is, but this is the final version. The only thing that Danny Chu wants to know from you guys is your input on what her default wig should be. Should it be the mohair twist-out wig that you can see here? Or should it be the shorter version of Oceana wig that you can see here? I mean, put your thoughts on which one you would want for the default wig down in the comment section down below. Mohair twist out or short Oceana. Let me know what you guys think. Let Danny Chu know what you guys think on his Instagram page or on his website. Another option that you could probably do is you could probably ask, because he's been doing this a little frequently lately, is you can ask for both. Maybe we can have the option just like Athena, where you can get either the short wig or the lavender wig. Maybe this time, maybe we can just have a choice for a Beyond with the twist out mohair or the short Oceana. Which one do you guys think? I think it's better if we have a choice, but then again, logistics play into everything, so we're not really sure if he has enough quantities to actually make it a choice, or if he has to like buckle down and only do one. We don't know how things are going in the Smart Doll land for that. There's just a lot of work that they've been doing recently. So logistically, maybe they can't do an option, but here's to hoping, right? Let's see what happens. Now, another really cool thing that he's posted in this picture here is the prosthetic leg, or more accurately, the shin piece. This is really, really cool. I think the prosthetic leg looks really awesome, actually, in this picture. I know that this has been made for, how do I say this, like, the right way without sounding like weird about it. It's like basically made for individuals who are actual amputees that would like something to represent themselves in their Smart Dolls. One thing that's really cool about this is that if you are an amputee and you do purchase a Smart Doll when this is available, this will be free for you as an option. So you will be able to get the prosthetic limb free if you are an amputee. Now, how you are able to prove that to Smart Doll, I'm not really sure. That's all to be determined. That's all in the works. All I know is that he is going to be offering it to amputees for free. It will be purchasable as a separate optional item for everybody else. We just don't know how much and when. We don't even know when it's going to be released for anybody, really, as that's still to be determined. But they are in the works for arms and thigh pieces as well. Those just, we don't have any pictures of that because apparently they've only been working on the shin or leg shin part of these prosthetics. But this does open a few options that I think is going to be really, really cool, because if you think about it, not only does it help those with amputees to more identify with their Smart Dolls, I guess you could say, but it will be available for us that want to make like cool options for our smart dolls. Like maybe I was thinking like if it was like a full arm and like a thigh piece and a shin piece, that you could kind of make your smart doll girl or guy. Maybe I don't know if it's going to be option for both genders, but it could make your dolls look a little bit more sci-fi, like a cyborg or something like that. That definitely is a pretty cool option that I think that customizers will be able to do in the future with these optional parts. But let's not forget the actual reason why Danny Chu is making these parts, and it's to help out those that have to help out the amputees more self-identify, I guess, with their dolls and represent themselves, which I think is definitely a really, really cool option. But again, all these things are in the works for the thigh and the arm pieces. We don't even have a release date as of when they will be coming out. But it's definitely a really cool thing that I think that Smart Doll has been doing for all different peoples out there, especially with, they have the prosthetics that they're doing, and they already have the, they have Valiant and Liberty with the, I keep saying I keep saying it wrong. I think it's Ventiligio, I think it's pronounced. But those are definitely really, really cool things that Smart Doll has been doing lately, and I do appreciate it just as much as everybody else does. It's really cool. Now, other things in Smart Doll Land, they've been pretty busy right now, especially with renovating the Smart Doll store. They just added a 5th floor, and they're renovating things. Plus, they have all these different projects that's on backlog that, to be quite honest, were supposed to be released, or they were announced to be released by 2020, before the end of the year. However, it hasn't really happened as of yet. You know how things go in Smart Doll Land. They have a lot of projects, and Danny Chu always wants to make sure that his staff is properly cared for and not overworked. So some of those projects have been put in the queue and won't be released until 2021, I'm assuming, because as of this video recording, most of them haven't released, and 2020 is almost over. But we always do get these updates from Smart Doll Land, which I do appreciate from Danny Chu and his team. Now, one of the things that has been a debate online on social media lately has been one picture in particular that Danny Chu has posted from the Smart Doll Land updates. And I'm going to put it in this picture here. Now, as you can see in this picture, there are dolls next to a window, and it's really, really far back, so you can't see. You're going to have to zoom in. So I'm going to blow up this picture right here so that you guys can see it better. Now, if you look there, I know it's really blurry, but these are all licensed collaboration dolls, if you can really see them. So now I'm going to identify them from right to left, okay? So you have on the far right, it looks like Supergirl, which we have already seen close-up pictures for, and we've seen her, so we know Supergirl. Then next to Supergirl is Mika Jogasaki, which has already been released as a Smart Doll. And then next to her is Power Girl, which we have seen pictures that he's posted before of Power Girl, so you could see her there. Now the next one next to Power Girl, you can't really make out who it is, but it looks like a boy, Smart Doll boy, and if I'm not mistaken, it looks like L from Death Note. Now again, this picture is really, really blurry, but it does look like L, and he has hinted about L like in the past, so I think that is a prototype of L. Now next to L, you have CC from Code Geass, or C2 if you want to call her. We've seen many, many pictures of her prototypes from different angles, but not really her face, but that is CC next to her. Now here's the exciting part. Next to CC, if you look at that, it is a Smart Doll guy, or at least it looks like a guy, in full armor. And it looks like Jin from The Mandalorian. It looks like the Mando. For those of you that are watching The Mandalorian on Disney+, that looks like a full Mandalorian armor on there. Now, what? Now, Danny Chu, he may be making this for himself. This may be a personal project because he's a huge fan of The Mandalorian. Maybe that's just his personal thing. Or maybe he worked out a deal with Disney. I don't know. I don't know. Nobody knows. Like, this is just like a really crazy picture that he's posted here. But it looks like a full armored Mandalorian Jin. This is cool. This is breaking news, people. Like, this is pretty awesome. I'm a huge Star Wars fan. I know Danny Chu is, and if this is a Mandalorian thing, even if it's for his own personal collection, I'd love to see more pictures of it. But I know everybody who's watching this that is Star Wars fans can't wait to see if the Mandalorian Jin is going to be released from Smart Doll as a limited collaboration doll. Now, next to Jin, if you can see there, it looks like another Star Wars character, and it kind of looks like Rey from the sequel trilogy for 7, 8, 9 for Star Wars. It does look like Rey Skywalker. If I spoiled anything for you guys by saying that, I'm sorry, but if you haven't seen all 9 movies by now, it's kind of too late for that. But yeah, it looks like Rey. It looks like a Rey Star Wars smart doll. Now, I could be wrong on this. I don't know. These are just my hypothesis based upon this picture. But this is really, really cool stuff that they're working on. Supergirl, Power Girl we already knew about. Mika Jogasaki, so already released. Elle from Death Note in this picture. Jin the Mandalorian, and Rey from Star Wars. A lot of really cool projects that you could see working on in this picture right here. But that wraps up everything for Smart Doll News for this week and everything for the Doll Symposium. Now, usually we have a community shout out, and for the past couple episodes, we haven't had any submissions, but we got one today for today's episode. So I'm going to bring it up here. Hold on one second while I bring it up. All right, so in this picture here is our community shout out for this week, and it comes from our friend Filmaholic, who has already been featured on the Doll Symposium from prior episodes. So I'm going to read his little message here for us that he wanted to share. Ready? Hello, fellow adventurers and collectors. This is Filmaholic here once again to introduce another one of my smart dolls. The one being presented today is my smart doll Resolute in Cinnamon with a long wave beach hairstyle. Her name is Sabrina Price, and compared to my other girl, she has a more reserved personality. In a way, she exhibits more of the same traits that I have, which fits the more serious look she has. However, that being said, she loves building Gunpla in her spare time and taking photographs of them. If you'd like to see more of her or my other smart dolls, you can find me on YouTube at Filmaholic and on Instagram at Filmaholic17. Thank you once again, Shizusan, for this opportunity, and I hope everyone gets a chance to feature their lovely dolls. Stay safe, everyone, and I will see you all around. Thank you very much, Filmaholic, for participating in this week's episode of the Doll Symposium. It's much appreciated, and I love sharing your work of Resolute in Cinnamon here. And the Gunpla, I have the same one. I can't tell, though, is it a high grade or master grade? It kind of looks like the master grade. I think it's the master grade. But definitely awesome. As all of you know from watching my channel for a while, I am a huge Smart Doll and Dolphy Dream fan, but I'm also big into Gunpla as well, which I did take a break from for a while, and I got back into Gunpla recently. Funny enough, is from Smart Doll when they were doing the Cortex. I was building Gunpla in order to prepare myself for building the Smart Doll Cortex, which has spiraled into me getting back into the whole Gunpla hobby again. So I'm kind of like, I really do like this picture of Resolute Cinnamon, or Sabrina Price, as Filmaholic says, for this episode of the Doll Symposium with the Gunpla there, the sniper Jim. Now, thank you again for participating in today's episode of the Doll Symposium, Filmaholic. And remember, everybody, you can watch Filmaholic on YouTube, as he has his own YouTube channel at Filmaholic, and you can find him again on Instagram at Filmaholic17. So remember, if you want to be featured in an episode of the Doll Symposium, just make sure to shoot me an email at my email here at dlwshizusan@gmail.com. Just make sure that you include one photo of your doll or dolls, and make sure you put in your message what the base doll is, just in case you customize her and we couldn't tell. I would like to know what the base doll is. Put a little message you'd like for me to read out to everybody here on the channel, and leave your information for me to give out if you want to, where you can be found on social media, whether it be YouTube, or if you have like a Twitter or Instagram account, or even if you have an Etsy store where you sell items. Put that all in the email and I will advertise it here on the Doll Symposium. Just make sure that the picture is family oriented, nothing too lewd or too crazy in there. I will reject your application if well, I won't particularly reject it. I'll just ask you to produce like another picture to share, something, because I want to keep this channel as family friendly as I can. And then also make sure that you put in your email what it is that you would like for me to share and what it is that you don't want me to share, because I don't want to accidentally read out stuff all over the world to see on YouTube that you don't want to share. So just make sure you separate those columns in there so that everything works out fine. But that really wraps up today's episode of the Doll Symposium. As always, I am your host, Shizusan, and my two lovely ladies over here, Chitose and Haruna. So please remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and have a very, very happy holidays, everyone. Thank you, and we will see you all in the new year for the new episode of the Doll Symposium. Take care, guys.
This is our time, this is our life. Sometimes all you need is a smile to get by.